Welcome to Jim Brick's channel, and this is my review of the LEGO Star Wars series set number 75019, the ATTE. This set is for the recommended ages of around 9 through 14. It is a 794-piece set, and it sells for just under $90 in most stores in the United States. Its official release date is the 1st of August 2013 with the official MSRP of $89.99. So depending on what state that you live in after sales taxes, you're probably looking around $95 to $105. I am a latecomer to making a review on this set. The reason being is this set has already been released in other places of the world much earlier, I believe in Europe. Set number 75019 has already been on the shelves since March of 2013. So for those of you who have already made a review on this set, kudos to you, you guys have done a great job. I could only hope that I could supplement what you guys have already said. Now moving on, some of you might be wondering exactly what does the acronym ATTE stand for. For those of you who are privy to the Star Wars universe, you will recognize that ATTE stands for All-Terrain Tactical Enforcer. Just like all the other reviews, I will begin reviewing the minifigures that are included in this set. As you can see, to the left, we have the Republic side, which includes the Jedi and the Clone Army. And to the right, we have the Separatist Battledroids. These guys are cast in kind of a caramel color. They represent the Genosian Battledroids. This is your typical run-of-the-mill Battledroid. Your other Battledroids that you see from the other sets are more of a beige color. This is new to the set, and I believe this one might be exclusive to all the LEGO Star Wars sets to date. This is the Battledroid Commander. What designates him is that printed piece, this printed piece headpiece that he has, and his chest has a printed dot. We have a Clone Trooper Commander, and he is wielding a rather large Scout Sniper Rifle, which is basically just this Technic piece added onto the end of his rifle. I'm trying to get a focus, but it is not working. And now for the Clone Commander himself. He does have yellow printed arms and black hands. Front and back printing. Very nicely printed helmet. And a printed face. I believe also exclusive to this set is a redesigned Mace Windu. Has a Jedi robe printed on his chest piece, and an extension of his Jedi robe printed on his leg pieces. No back printing, just a simple front face printing, so no alternate face. And he does have this purple lightsaber blade, which is a nice change from your typical yellow, blue, green, and red. Standing next to him is Coleman Trebor. Again, I'm trying to get a good focus on him, but it's hard to do. He wields a green lightsaber. He is inspired by an old duck-billed dinosaur that are more properly known as hadrosaurs. As you can tell from his crest, of course he does not have a duck-bill of a face, but if you Google a hadrosaur, you could see that he looks pretty much exactly like one. Well, at least as far as his head goes. Speaking of his head, it is not the hard, typical plastic formula that LEGO uses. It's a softer plastic, and it does bend. Which is nice because that means you won't be able to break his headpiece or accidentally cut and stab yourself with that sharp end of his crest. Now on to the centerpiece of the set itself, the ATTE. And this is a rather big vehicle, so they did put a carrying handle, which is built into the set. So the model can be actually handled and manipulated just like this. And if you want to do stop motion, the legs are free moving and fully articulated, independently of course. But unlike the old set, the old ATTE set that this one replaces, these legs kind of wobble. They're not held firmly like with rubber bands that the old set used to have. You have a main turret cannon mounted dorsally, and it does rotate all 360 degrees. So it will traverse left and right, and as well as the main barrel does elevate and depress. And as you can see, there is some graduation built into this over here. Let me see if I can pull that up. Well, I won't do that because it will just simply pull off the entire panel. Well, flick fire missiles, which I just bumped off the top of the head of. And here's another one. Of course, just simply push it out for playability purpose. Of course, there is an external seat to operate the main cannon. I don't know why somebody would want to set up atop of an armored vehicle when they could sit inside of it in protection. But oh well, that's the world of Star Wars for you. Now this panel does rotate up. And as you can see, there is a rack of additional flick fire missiles. And of course these panels are also articulated. You can simply pull them up straight up and down like that, just like this. Straight up and down. Or you can rotate them back into proper position to enclose the vehicle. But this armor panel does open out just like that, just in case you need to access something in here. And this, I believe, I don't know, the best thing I could describe this sponson piece mounts this ball turret. And also there's ball turrets here towards the chin of the vehicle. Let's go ahead and put that back. And of course this armor panel does the same thing on this side. And these turrets are very well articulated. They do have a wide degree range of fire, even firing 90 degrees straight up into the air, I believe for anti-aircraft purposes. These chin ones that actually do elevate and depress rather high as well, and they could depress, I believe, for anti-personnel purposes. You also have two rear-mounted ball turrets, and they're independently articulated as well. That's not good. It's probably one of my few criticisms of the set. The panels are rather hard to keep on. They will bump off rather easily if you're not careful. So as you're handling and playing with the set, do be wary of that. The primary operation cockpit simply comes out just like this. You have these slots over here that these sliding pieces go into. Right here and right here. Here's the pilot seat, and you have control levers. So we could take the clone commander, put him into the cockpit seat, and you simply slide the Axis cockpit piece back in just like this. There is a Technic cross stud piece over here holding it in place. I'm trying to get some light so you can see it. That's it right there, and it goes into this point right here. Simply holds it in place so that it doesn't simply slide out so easily. And the rear of the vehicle, the armor panels are also articulated. But just like the forward panels, be careful because they do come off rather easily if you're not careful. Just like that, so case in point. That's exactly what I was trying to avoid. Now this entire rear half comes up just like this. And you have a rear operation area that is exposed. You also have an access ladder to get into the rear of the vehicle. You have a couple of clips so that you could put your blasters back in there if you need. You have some sort of utility box, and inside are these three utility, I don't know what these are, these utility studs for some reason or another. Maybe these are weapons. Some sort of hand grenades or magnetic sticking bombs or something to mount up against the side of a vehicle to knock it out of commission. For the sake of stowage, I'll simply put these Battledroids into this rear area, just like that. Of course, go ahead and close it back down to fully enclose the vehicle once again. And this rear access ladder, you can just simply fold it back under to tuck it away. Overall, a very nice set. I'm really impressed with the set designers on how they made this look like what you see in the movies and also the TV series cartoons. It is a nice combination of Technic pieces and your typical bricks that you find in your LEGO series sets. So despite the price per piece ratio of well, you know, typically above the 10 cent a piece benchmark, I'm actually still impressed with the set, and I do find a lot of playability features with it, even with its downsides of rather flimsy armor panels that do come off without care, and of course these legs that are just rather flimsy rather than I guess articulated with some sort of stiffness for better posability, like the old set used to have with the rubber bands. Still good marks in my books, if you ask me. And this here concludes my review of the LEGO set number 75019, the LEGO Star Wars ATTE.